What's happening? Background
Chilling,
music?
man. Happy Friday.
Background music?
It's playing. It's just
Always like intro
starting.
to a song. Yeah, rolling
Yeah,
another episode 68. What's up, buddy? We were missing Casey tonight. He's having a weekend retreat with his lady friend, so I figure we respect that and do a little powwow, me and you, buddy.
absolutely. Just like the
So,
first episode we ever did together was just me and you, man. You know,
we'll
it's
do.
okay. We'll survive.
I think we'll get by. And we already got a bunch of people in the chat. What's going on, guys? Everybody's already saying what's up in the chat.
Yeah, that was funny, man. You know, it's not recommended to be over 6 foot to sit in eclipse regardless, and then with that box in the back does not make it any easier.
I think when we make a new revised intro, because I think it's about time. Like, you have changes, I've made changes. Casey doesn't even have that truck anymore. We need to leave that part in there though, and then the part
Yeah.
me and you, buddy. That was I didn't even know Taylor, you were recording that.
There's some stuff you just can't throw out, man. You can't.
Yeah, I get the most laughter seeing Casey's head sideways in there. Just every time I still smile.
You know, I feel bad because there's just bigger people trying to fit in the car and they want to hear it. It's like, man, to get the real, gist of it, the door's got to be shut or whatever. It works, but right, that's the thing. It's a tiny car, and that's why I'm excited for down the road with the Pilot, because I love giving Pilot build demos because I can fit 5 people in there. Everyone's got leg room. No one's complaining. Leather seats, heated seats, all season. You're good.
So
Night and day.
Oh yeah. And speaking of that, making a revised thing, I'm gonna go ahead and announce it. I think I have made a decision that tomorrow I'm gonna do like a little service and tune up on the Excursion and make it nice. And I think I'm gonna post the Excursion up for sale.
Oh no. Well, first question, why? Second question, what are you buying next?
So we took in. Here's how a few things I look at it. I want to do an 815 C-pillar build, okay? And I've expressed
Okay.
that before. So at this point, even looking at it from a financial investment, if I'm going to be taking and doing an 815 C-pillar build in the Excursion, I have to rip every single thing that's in there out, like down, because again, like my box that's in there right now is technically meant to be kind of a slide in. The top panel is actually the roof. It's not actually a top, baffle. It's actually the roof that it's bonded to. So literally when removing that, I'm going to be removing that whole roof section too, because I've literally got it PL bonded to the roof section. And so looking at it, it's like, should I literally gut all of this vehicle and all the money and investment into the wood and start back over, or have a 160 C-pillar AC build that I can just go ahead and pass off to somebody at a relatively good price and buy a local Tahoe, Suburban. We found a very local Suburban, black with leather interior, captain's chair, second row, and I think that's the platform that I want to see pillar build. It's a newer Tahoe. I get the alternator, add-ons, all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like parts might be a little easier, especially high output alternators, just because it's, Bourbon, a Chevy, they're just more, you could be at Slamology, your alt goes, someone has one in their back pocket. Here you go. This is good for Tahoe, Suburban, whatever. So there's that. And I don't know if it's much bigger than your vehicle, but right, you're saving time.
Roughly
same size.
Yeah.
You're saving time. So time and frustration of, gutting that thing out. And if you can do it by, selling your car and then getting another one, just so you can do something that you want to do without having to take out apart what you already got,
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense. But so you're going to go B pillar. You're done with
C.
You're still playing C. So why do you want to change vehicles, and what is the main gain from that then?
The charging system support, going to a newer platform, and the second row captain shared factory.
So, for the seats, for the people in the back getting the demos, you're doing all this for the people in the back for the captain's seats.
I mean, is that not part of the allure of the Excursion? Is that having the back seat and doing the 5 people demos?
Right, I know, and I know you had your upholstery all done up real nice in that Expedition too, or
Excursion.
Excursion.
And the seats redone. I mean, all I had was the seats redone. The carpet's fucked in that truck, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not fucked. It was a family vehicle before that, so there's like, the front carpet's fine. The back carpet's got, seat and cup stains and all that stuff on the floor for having kids and stuff like that.
Right. Well, so when are you planning on doing that?
I'm actually probably going to post it up for sale tomorrow.
Oh, well, you hear that, guys? anyone in the chat gets 10% off the listing price. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make somebody a good deal on it. I think there is still one set, which I can account that in the price, or I have no problem getting a recone and reconing it. But I don't see why, with the equipment that's in it and the desirability, especially with like the mods, like it's got brand new tires on it, brand new brakes, all that jazz. I'm about to do a little bit of coolant flush and oil change on it.
Right.
It's like I don't know why I couldn't ask like 15 grand for it. I think it'd be more than fair for that truck.
I look at it like this, the value of the vehicle, and you got to find the right buyer. I see a few people list up their builds, and I get it. I don't want to rain on your parade, but it's just, you're almost taking someone else's stuff and then saying, oh, that's my build, I did this, but it's not. Sure. But a lot of people are going to gut it out, throw in their own amps, throw in their own subs, and move on. But,
I would take less money for it gutted.
Yeah. You might do that. I would give people the option, 2 prices. Sure. That would be, just, hey, if you don't want the equipment, I'll take it out. Here's the shell. Throw what you want to throw in here. Here's the box specs for the what, and go with that. I think that would be better off for you. And then, down the road, you can sell the equipment, piece by piece and make more money in the end. Plus, you might sell it faster.
I'll be like, hey, here's a turnkey AC 160 build, or you can buy it for this price. With no equipment.
Right. That's what I would do.
I'm not going to do dumb shit. I'm not going to be like, hey, I can put a stock alternator back on it. But I can remove the lithium bank and put an AGM back under the hood. You know what I mean? All that bullshit.
I would have to sell mine like 3,000 over what I should. Just, it comes with a Solo X18. But what if they don't like square subs? Sure. It's like, okay, maybe we'll sell it without the sub in there and the amps, and we'll do a deal for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's big news. That's big news. It's sad. It's sad. I can't sell my Eclipse, but it's, I don't know. I'm a hoarder.
I've slowed down here recently, dude. Like, and I'm sure, like, you see a lot of my Facebook posts. Like, I don't think you realize I've had over 70 vehicles in my life. Like, I was at one point in time, it was like, I was like, 12, like literally over 12 cars over 8 years, stuff like that. But I did that. I made over 20 grand selling cars before I was 20. But the flipping cars. But the, so,
I get it. Yeah, it's move on to the next. But with the vehicle that you got, it should be worth something, man. Absolutely. Sure. Got Garrick up in here, Baba, lots of people, man. I don't want to forget everybody. I know that we're just sitting here bull crapping. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk it up though. I feel like there's quite a few people that like the vehicle. It's got quite some exposure online, and then B, if you look at it at a money point, those two, I hate to be that guy though, but like you're literally taking all of that shit out and throwing it in the trash can, pretty much gutting it. So it's like,
right.
Birch ain't cheap, dog.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. I mean, you could always just have 2 builds,
Touche. I mean,
it's
a lot
expensive.
of people like to think that I'm loaded, filthy rich already, but I assure you that's just not quite in the cards right now. But even if it was, I'm like a selfless. I mean, and Joe can confirm it. Like, I'm pretty selfless. Like, I don't buy me shit most of the time. So it's like, dude, like, I mean, I got rid of my core. There was like a switch that went off in my head like 2 years ago, and it was like I quit thinking about, hey, I want to go buy this TV or this new Xbox, and it was like I could put this money in my investments and make me money or reinvest. And
right, you got to put your money other places than just the system. That's my problem. I just put all my money into my systems because
I make some some purchase through the year. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, like, for the most part though, it's generally, I mean, like, I didn't buy much of nothing in 2022. Like me and Joe and I literally just reinvested every cent we made back in those Southern Thunder.
I know.
Growing the dog ton out of it, and which is what you have to do. You got to be prepared to do that. You know what I mean? Especially in a startup company. But at the end of the day, though, we can do that RGA. I got you, buddy. But so we'll see. So I don't have any attachment to the vehicle really too hard, and it's, I don't know. I think it's pass it off to somebody else. There's plenty of things though. I mean, dude, I'm not even trying to take and pull that car to like talk my stuff up or my build up. If you bought that build and in the state of Georgia, and you went anywhere and locally competed, you're gonna fucking take first place trophies every show you go to and fucking stomp on people.
Fine, I'm buying it.
Yeah, and a lot of detail. Like, you go beat a lot of detailers locally.
You take credit. How much for shipping?
Yeah, right. I mean, dude, we'll drive that fucker. What are you talking about?
Just cut out some squares ahead of time for me, okay?
Dude, we'll just cut the box and just cut you a baffle.
Yeah, see, there you go. Bada bing, bada boom.
There's enough layers there. We don't have to take all the baffles out. We'll just take like the first top 2 or 3.
I was just reading the comments here. It's like, what's going on, Mom? Love you.
Oh, and
sell it with a
oh,
free
there we go.
card.
That's it. Hey, Miss McGill.
With a seatbelt in the back. Yeah, that's how you know it made their made it there safe. You know, if the
Dude,
eggs are
that
okay.
carton of eggs can cost more as the Andy's car does right now.
Yeah. Good old inflation.
Drug to Vegas, Baba will buy it. Baba, dude, if Baba buys it, I will make him like a Big Daddy decal for the freaking.
You hear that?
Dude, I can see Baba driving around in a Ford Excursion. It's got all the seats in it still. It gets really bad gas mileage, and but it's loud.
I mean, he'd be able to keep his truck and have a bed, and then he can just go ham. More space for base, man.
I'm liking what this is doing. He wouldn't have to do anything. What are you talking about? Just maintain it.
Right? So, the bourbon, what year, or that's what you want to do, you don't know what car?
No, I want to do a Suburban, and we found like an 07 up, like the newer body style.
07. You know what? I heard they're better than the 1109 just because of how the metal was constructed in the Suburbans. Or maybe that's Tahoe, one of the two. I mean, they're pretty identical, but just from a fellow competitor that's won, Park and Pound DB4 and 5 for years straight, he does not like the 10s. So I don't know. So maybe you got a good one there. But we're not looking for SPL. You're just you're looking for just that demo machine like you already got.
I'll go ahead and take and spill the beans on it, and I think we've already been transparent on it. We're gonna do a rebuild in Joe's truck. He wants to do a bunch of 18s.
Another one.
No. His truck is all we're doing is gutting the box and changing the baffle for 18s. Like the build's staying the same. For the most part, we're throwing another G50 in there, but for the most part, the build's staying the same. We're just rebaffling the box for 18s.
So he's got 6 or 8 15s right now.
15s right now.
He's got 8 15s, and he's going to go to what, 6 18s? That's a good trade-off. I mean, he might lose. He might lose some motor force. I don't know. It depends what he's.
We're gonna, and again, sorry, I didn't mean to complicate, but we're not taking shooting for numbers in it. We want to make his into just a big fucking wind pump.
Oh, he got the wind bug.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm tired of 40 hertz, man.
Well, it just
it's killing me.
Vehicle, dude. When you build if you want to build, if you want to build a demo rig, build that might have to be a wind pump, 20 to 30 hertz. Because, dude, my truck's fine all day at 20 hertz. It's when I start playing 35, 45, 55. That's what stuff starts breaking. You're ripping metal, you're shredding, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I know. Even just the little quad box is destroying my Pilot, and it's just because and then it's just as loud as Cookie Monster, and Cookie Monster's really not breaking nothing, man. Whatever it broke, it already did, and it's fine.
Oh, for sure. So it's one of those things. But everybody, their mom's hitting me up right now. But yeah. So anyway, so he has those like SDDN style prototypes, like the custom motor ones. He doesn't have the voice coil, but he has the tooling is pretty much the same. The prototype SCDN. So I'll probably be robbing those and making a wind pump 815 C-pillar Suburban.
Wind pump is the name.
I could call it wind pump. Yeah.
Wind pump.
Andy named it.
Remember that. Yeah, I know. I'm excited with mine too. Just Cookie Monster build of I don't know what I'm exactly doing. Depends what's here, and just obviously always trying to upgrade that. But a lot on my plate now is going to be Kayla's build. I mean, shoot, she was already doing 49s with 8-gauge wire. We need to fix that. And I bought a lot of stuff for that. I got 50 feet of 0-gauge, 150 feet of just subwoofer wire, and 400 feet of speaker wire. Just to read,
Joe
just
sent me
do
D1.
everything.
I'm gonna send to you right now. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna pull this up. Fuck it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Andy.
No, you're good. You're good. No, it just got my attention. That's all.
Here's what I'm trying to get right now.
KN08, nice. XLT. Oh, look at that. There you go. That's perfect right there.
I mean, I'm gonna put a wall in Civic too, but
yeah.
No sunroof.
That's nice. That looks like an FBI agent car, though. Not gonna lie.
I'm fine. I'll put up a black brush card on it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, so I'll probably get OEM seat covers to do the front again, reskin them, and then just make it snazzy nice. Get the captain.
So, are you thinking like maybe mids and high amplifier rack in between that that second row right there between the captain seats? I think that would look beautiful.
In my head, we've already got some stuff kind of like blueprinted out. I want to do a center console that has like a tablet in the front of it, the bottom of the dash. Mids and highs amps in the center of the console, and it has some like acrylic windows. And then it rolls back, and then my battery banks long ways in between the captain chairs.
Damn. There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you gonna do with all that extra space right there? You know, that'll be nice.
There we
So
go.
you're gonna lose one potential seat, but you know, it's gonna look awesome.
But I mean, okay, I'll go from 5 people demos to 4 people demos. But I mean, like all reality, more
Sounds like you're going backwards, Scott. No.
more times than not, there's not 5 people in it. It's 2 buddies.
True,
in the back,
true.
You know what I mean?
You know, you don't need to be that close anyway, man. A lot of people are sweaty at Slam or whatever show you're at, and
Yes.
you might not even know the guy beside you, and you know, being
Like
packed
Joe
like
said.
sardine land. I know it looks like Joe's Suburban already, but just longer. So
I was thinking in my head because I want to update the graphics on his now that we've got better printing, stuff like that, and like all the jazz. If we could decal his truck and my truck to match. But mine's long
twinsies, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not basic though. I gotta put some rims on my truck. I told
Oh.
Joe he needs some
Minimum
dope-ass
22s. Minimum
That's what I'm saying.
22s.
He needs some dope ass rims. That would set that truck off. See, exactly.
26s, 24s, you know, something.
Yes.
Now,
Rims
don't go
on.
spinners. It's not 2002. No spinners, okay? Even though they
If
would look
somebody
cool.
had some like, I'm not gonna lie though, because that stuff's coming back around. If somebody had like some minty, like brand fucking new, like 05 spinners that are like brand new, I would buy them. Just for the nostalgia thing, for the look of it, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
But
I ain't gonna argue with you. Yeah, where's Joe at? Maybe Joe should pop one if he's just sitting in his garage. I'll tell him to come on.
I mean, he can. I don't know if he's busy. We'll see.
I know. It's all good, man. No, you know, I was happy we at least had the show. I'm a little tired myself. Just, you know, restless nights. Just thinking about stuff always, man. It's just always on my mind. But, you know, at the end of the shows, they always go great. So I don't know why I stress so much, but I still do. Lack of sleep.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, and like I said, it does kind of suck. Like, yeah, I do have some nostalgia and love for it. Like, like that. A lot of people know me because of that truck. But I mean, just the way I look at it, though, again, I feel like that's the smarter move to make financially than taking and throwing all this shit in the trash can.
Right. I mean, you always want to get what you want, and sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit to get more down the road. And
Sure.
I mean, you're gonna get something that you want.
When I bought the Excursion, it wasn't that I wanted an Excursion. Okay, I'm being straight up with you. Like, I wasn't seeking out to buy an Excursion. At the time, I had, and you might have saw the pictures of it in that Civic thing I posted earlier today where I was dragging the old graveyard car out. I had a Ford Bronco, and I was trying to tow my race car quite often on car trailers. Well, that Bronco doesn't really tow that good. You're doing like 55 miles an hour with a car, and that's
Oh, wow.
because it's sketchy as shit otherwise. Because they're really not meant for towing with. That's not what a Bronco is made for.
Right.
But
Right.
So at the time, I shot myself in the foot really because at the time those Broncos weren't really pulling good money like 5 years ago, and like only like the very old ones were, and so I had that OJ Bronco and I was trying to sell it because I needed a heavier duty towing vehicle. So I was trying to buy like an F-250 or a Chevrolet 2500 and stuff like that, and at the time those trucks were pulling really good money. And I was comfortable with getting the V10 option because my grandfather has an F-250 V10. That's normally the cheaper option than the diesel is the V10 option. And it's better than the V8 because you don't really want that huge freaking platform with the V8 in it with just no power.
Right.
But
V10 sounds cool. Sounds cooler anyway.
It's a freaking Viper, bro. What are you talking about?
Man.
But it actually does sound pretty cool. I'm not going to lie with you. But any rate, so like his has like 300,000 miles on it. Everybody in the family has borrowed it and abused it and beat on it and all that shit. What's happening, Joe?
Joe. Yes.
What's happening?
But so I was comfortable buying that. So I literally started, like at the time, like 5 years ago, those big gas guzzler SUVs weren't worth nothing. Everyone was just getting rid of them. So I literally sold the Bronco for $5,000 and bought the Excursion for $4,500 just because I wanted to probably internet drop. But
hey, he made it.
Sure. But I'll be at Slamology and most of the Southeast shows. I'll be generally in your neck of the woods, probably Slam. But I know.
I'm going to try to make TDH. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's like Maryland. I'm going to try to make that for the first time this year. On top of everything else,
Oh, sure.
No subtraction here. Just adding.
The G50's changed his electrical for sure, man. His voltage isn't budged now. But 2 G50s on like 40K. But at the end of the day, though, like I said, so the SUV was not going for that much money, and I was like, hey, I need a tow pick, so I bought the Excursion because it was a 25, F-250 platform, and that was strictly it. And then I got the base plug. So it happened to be that's the vehicle I had. At the time, the first
You happen to pick a good one at least, big and like
you couldn't have told me that
Joe's.
to begin with. You couldn't have told me that because I hated it when I was no wall because it was not loud no wall at all.
Right. I mean, yeah, you weren't tuning low enough.
Well, no, it was just because it's such a huge cabin, man. Like like if I had 410s behind the third row and I couldn't get it to bust a 140, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
you should have called me, Scott. I'm like, listen, 410s, 140.
Yeah.
I
should
man.
specify.
Get you a 45 all day.
Budget build, and it was 4 SCAR 10s on 1,000 watts. And
I mean, I'm not going to point at the problem, but I'm pointing at the problem.
Joe is here. What's happening, Joe? He's in his build.
Yeah.
I'm digging the lights, Joe. I'm digging the lights.
You like that?
You like Absolutely. Absolutely.
I guess you were here, Joe. Joe's been trying to tell me to sell the Excursion for like 6 months now. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Joe's just going to take your new Suburban. That's what he's.
No, I've been wanting to sell my Tahoe for like a year and buy a Suburban because I need more room. I want more speakers, so it's always better to buy a Suburban.
If we're building one, you don't have to buy a Suburban if we just buy me a Suburban, and then, like I said, I think it'd be dope as fuck. You got your 618s, we can do mine a C-pillar, and so we make them look like each other.
You guys need 3 Suburbans. Fantastic. Casey needs one now. Okay.
No, it's too late for Casey. He's out. I saw that Suburban when I was looking earlier, and I forgot to send it to you, but it was a perfect one. No sunroof. We get every part we need for it. It'll look good too inside. I was shocked.
Heck yeah.
I wouldn't feel
color.
bad.
It looked good. The color was black, which was fine,
which means probably 10 minutes from your house.
Yeah, so the price was nice too.
I like the price.
Yeah.
All the Suburbans.
But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. And it actually would work out fine if somebody doesn't want the stereo, because that Amprax made modular frames, so I can literally just build something else that Amprax can mount to, and I just go, whoop, and bolt it to it.
They'd be better buying it as it is.
I hope they buy it as it is, but I'll do a price with no equipment in it also.
I mean, it's turnkey, turnkey 160. It's built for it. Leave it alone.
I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking to do a 15 with equipment and do a 10 with no equipment. Dude, you go find.
Wow.
I mean,
Scott or just like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I need an extra one to play with.
No
equipment. I mean, that's $10,000 for a huge truck, man. I know people selling those on Marketplace for twice that. I think you're undershooting yourself.
If somebody, we'll see.
How many miles you got? How many miles? How many miles?
It is a higher mileage truck though. It does have 200K on it.
200.
But I mean, like, dude, I drove it to slamming back all the time. It's fine. I mean, like,
it's all highway mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Still runs fantastic. It doesn't matter.
Without equipment, Jason. That's no equipment. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna like take the alternator out. I'm gonna put an AGM under the hood. Like, I'm not gonna give you that. It's like, do you want subs and amp and lithium or no? Everything else is fucking thin. The wires thing. I'm literally unhooking the amps and leaving that shit laying in the floor. I don't give a fuck.
It's probably got that much in equipment in it.
That's what it does.
Easily.
Especially before we were distributors and. Let's see. Exactly. Yes. Boom. Oh, he saw because there's because I had the thing full screen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the 2-valve V10 also, so it's like actually the sought after one because the 3-valve ones are the ones that have issues and the plugs blow out and all that shit.
Oh, dual cam. Ooh.
We'll see.
Well, we'll sell yours. We'll sell mine. We'll buy 2 new ones and we'll go from there.
Yeah, and then I'm not buying another vehicle until Joe and I go buy Corvettes. Damn it.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm serious. I don't even want a C8. I want a white Z06, a C7.
I'll take the ZR1. I'm happy.
I would take a C6 ZR1. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. I would take a C6 Grand Sport because the top comes off. That's heavily modified. Just buy one that's already done.
I don't know. I need some flippy lights, man. Order C5, C4s.
No, C6 is fine. C6 is just fine.
The thing that sucks about it, Andy, is like. They're fun to drive still, yes. A C4, no. Your fucking Eclipse is going to be faster than most of the C4s. I mean,
really? They're that slow? Yeah.
No,
wow.
Your C4s are not fast. Okay, an 89 Ford Taurus SHO is faster than a C4 Corvette.
But that's cheating. SHOs are...
It's a 3-liter V6 compared to a big V8.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the suspension on them cars ain't no good either, so...
But, and
Comfy cruiser. Comfy cruiser.
C5 or newer minimum.
See, I don't like death though, so fast vehicles I don't need super fast.
C4,
You know?
it's slow as dog shit. And let's get like a big block modified one, and it smells like child support, back payments, and shit like that inside.
It looks like that. You know?
Yeah, exactly. A C3.
I got my bike's fast enough, man. You know, 5.5 seconds to 60. That's pretty fast, man. You know, you're accelerating. You're like, wow, I could have went like, you know, way later, and I still had plenty of clearance. Just, you know, compared to what, a Vet's probably 3.5 seconds to 60, easy. You know,
Bro,
11-second quarters.
I had like
They're fast.
intake exhaust and a bass tune, and it was more power than I needed with a fucking C6. Like,
Yeah, I miss mine too.
the like, I mean, people sleep on it. Even like that 450, 500 wheel horsepower range, that's kind of not a huge number in today's time. If you don't respect that car, it will fucking kill you.
It's still a 185 mile an hour car, and 11 seconds and a quarter mile, no matter how you count it.
Wow. I want but my next purchase is going to be a white C6 or C7 Z06. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I like those because they did change them a lot compared to the C5s. You know, they really look more.
The C5 and C6 is the same platform technically with some revisions. The C7 is a completely different platform.
Okay.
I'll take the 2019 ZR1 in burnt orange. Be just fine.
Because I swear the Z5s or the C5s, that was like what, 99 or 2000 to what, 6 or something like that?
The C5 is like 99 to 05 or 98 to 05, 06 to 13 on the C, 06 to 12, 13. 13 on the C6. Mine was the last year of the C6.
Damn.
Sunset.
I've always liked Vets. They're cool, you know.
If I was gonna buy one that was already done, I would buy a Sunset Daytona Orange C6 Grand Sport.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, that bad boy. That color. That's the best color of C6, in my honest opinion.
Hey, mine was Velocity Yellow. I loved it.
The yellow is good too. I will never buy a black car ever again after that freaking Corvette, because the Corvette's back is flat. Every time you go off the road in that motherfucker, you're slinging shit on the back.
It's filthy.
Of the car.
It's
Every
filthy.
time you drive it. The especially if it's raining and stuff like that, dude, it is a miserable chore to keep that thing clean.
DeClue wants you to buy a Ferrari. I think he's right.
I would equally honestly have a Sunset Daytona one, as much as I would like to have. I would take this equally as the C7Z, to be honest with you.
Well, you said that's a Z06?
Yeah, C6 Z06 Sunset Daytona Orange. I mean, it's still like 600 something horsepower stock. So
It's got a fat body kit on it.
No, it's a stock wide body.
Oh, I thought it had a fat body kit on it.
No, that's the stock kit. It's got an aftermarket balance and side skirts on this one. But
yeah, race cars.
That's probably band gas engines, yeah, for sure. And we know this is a car audio thing, but they're taking
Tesla might be faster, man. You know,
it's okay. It don't sound like a Vet though.
Yeah,
it don't feel like a Vet.
But if you put sundown speakers in the back, you can make it sound like a Vet.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No.
Disney has that loud ass Tesla that they built. They have like a big. They have like one they put a lithium bank in.
I believe it. Especially with just how lithium works, man. You don't really need that much of. Why is that not playing? It's just the skip of the song. You don't really need that much of input current as much as you think, but to demo long, you do. But with the electric vehicles, because I don't think there's any upgrades yet for like a higher, converter, or should I say, drop down voltage.
They have a big ass bank, and I think they're wanting to like do like a generator and an intelligent charger while they're playing it.
Jeez, a little excessive.
Get in it. What's happening, Jake?
Chris Lee's van, it depends what kind of demo he's giving you, If he's giving you the high frequency, enter at your own risk.
The beatbox, the bass
yes,
box.
Yes.
As soon as I hear that shit, I'm like, fuck.
Get out. I'm going to get out.
Yeah, I know what you're about to do.
Here is 46 hertz to your face.
Yeah, dude. I felt like my chest was getting crushed in, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not old DeClugely over here. I will tap out. I don't give a fuck. The
only thing I'm afraid of is literally rupturing an eardrum.
Sure.
You know, whenever I sit in those builds and my ear is against any kind of loading, you know, I just feel that, you know, it's like you get that pressure at like 143, you know, real light. And then it gets a little bit louder at 53, 55, you know, and you feel that constant push on your eardrum and you like it. That's why we do what we do. But once you get to the 63, 65, 67, and then higher range, it's scary. It starts to get scary.
Dude, even you know, like a 60, 61, like that 45, 50 note, it's not comfortable, dude. Like not only is it ripping the truck apart, but it is not comfortable. No. Joe's truck, I don't like it either. That high note, F that high note, bro.
Just like, I'm good, man. My eardrums will never fall out of my head. They'll get squished in from the
if you're taking I have tinnitus, I'm not gonna lie, like dude, like 2 nights in a row this week I've been like fuck laying in bed. But
mid bass will do it.
Alexa, put on something to sleep to. But at the end of the day though, I feel like I don't really care to play those notes. I want to go to a show and smash 20, 30 hertz a demo. Just do that all day. Wind pump it.
Wind pump.
Yeah.
Because I am completely done patching metal and stuff like that.
Well, we'll be sure to put triple layers of sound deadener in the Suburban.
We're gonna do the freaking sundown deadener. The fucking
that stuff is great.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care about classes. I don't give a fuck. We'll cake that shit to the floor flat, bro. I don't care.
Nah, you're good really on a lot of stuff. It's just, you know.
No, I don't, dude. I mean, that's what I tell a lot of people though. Which again, a lot of people also build builds for, you know, specific classes, but that's generally something I'm not into. I will build a build to how I want to do it. They're going to make it work and be functional and serviceable and be rigid. But whatever class it's in, it's in. If it's fucking unlimited or with the big boys, so be it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I build it to show off product and have fun giving demos. That's what I do for.
I know, it's just, you know, to make your system sound good and to have everything, quote, braced, you know, and when you're so big, it's so hard to stay in a smaller, big class like M5, you know, unmodified cabin, you know, like you're talking about. I know you can do a lot of stuff with just like simple roofing, you know, and some little bit of changes up front on your dash. But if you know, my buddy literally just built he just built a dash for his car in the front just so he wouldn't keep breaking things. It's an old 86 Cutlass. He's been competing in extreme all these years. He's only doing a 61, but it's just like that, you know, and he still does it all the time, you know, and it just it sucks because if he was an M5, he'd be super competitive and just dash dumb stuff, you know, but just so he doesn't have to deal with it, so he can have a system that plays like you're saying, where, you know, you just demo, things aren't breaking, you know, and is it just about competing? No.
At the end of the day, too, like, which the Excursion's still a great platform, but with like having Joe's expertise around, having Casey around, all that stuff, and you know, Jake especially too, like, you know, they know Tahoe's Suburban, so like it's like get loud blueprint really quick, you know, here's all the cabin mods we have to do, here's where I foam, you know, bull crap like that. It's the same shit as this Tahoe, same shit as Casey Tahoe, just a little bit longer, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing, just stretched down. So like, if I want an alternator bracket, you literally just get any alternator bracket you want, you know what I mean? Like,
how many you want to run, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's not much to it.
Parts are everywhere. Every AutoZone got them.
I got you, Mullen. It's my buddy Donald Wilson, Soda Pop.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. But even Cookie Monster would be an extreme class because technically my box, because my door goes like this. It goes, no, not even that. I'm in wall class because of that, but not even that. Like, even if I could compete in modified, like a wall class, like modified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm past a B pillar. I'm extreme. And it's just like, what do you mean now? What do you mean? It's not even a wall, man. It's just sitting there.
You're like, dude, I got a KX 2400. What's the next?
Dude, it's stupid efficient. Yeah. It's stupid efficient. It's like I can't even compete with it because I'm past. It's fine. It's okay.
But what are you gonna do?
Right.
Well, now I'm ready to get started on your new truck.
Yeah, I mean, I can post it up tonight. I'm not going to. I need to take in the. I'll get it all cleaned up tomorrow and all that stuff after we get the oil change and all that stuff done and go from there.
I know I'm contemplating on with Kayla's car. I bought 2 12s of the gold letters. You know, I like just throwing different systems in her car. Her car's like my test car, but it's gonna be, you know, and I was looking at some of the specs because they did release the TS specs for the gold, and the 15 it would actually fit perfectly in my old Cookie Monster box, the 5 cube, around 50 square inches of port area. And I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
You throw a baffle adapter on it just so they can make a little plate on top.
What's that?
You just gonna like throw a little baffle adapter on
Yep.
top of it?
Yep.
That makes sense.
Right. I'm like, I only know it fit. You know, throw it in there. Good to go. Or just throw the 212s in a sealed box like I originally wanted to. You know, I just got a lot of things I'm working on. I picked up Crutchfield door. You know, just your amounts for your aftermarket speakers for your car. I bought a second set because I want to see if I can fabricate the 7-inch ST series in one of those 6 3/4 inch mounts and see if it fits. To put them in the Pilot in the stock door location, you know, without doing all kinds of fabrication. See what it looks like. I don't know. Just trying stuff.
We'll see. I mean, again, that's part of it too, is playing with different stuff.
Right. Right.
Well, thank you. Okay, we'll see where it goes. I'm excited for the year to come, though, man. It's gonna be good. Let's see real quick.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to start my new build too.
Yeah. Again, it's gonna be nasty. Let's see. Hell yeah. But we'll see what else would take us, man. And I'll probably be running a lot of the same equipment, you know, just want to show off stuff that we take in our promoting side of the time. I like I forgot you have the rack of kickers there. You know, you used to change the cameras, Andy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sick. I didn't know if you were aware or not. I was like, because I know you had that one that was like cut off.
Got all these switches. Got too many switches here.
Oh, sick.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I could do that, but, you know, have everything freaking disabled with the Elgato. And then I need to get a new webcam, really, is what I need to do.
Hey,
It's like
I'll send you some links, man.
Yeah.
Works good, you know. God, ATM Mini for the win. It's nice for when you want to have multiple cameras and stuff.
Weekend.
Love you, Mom. Thanks for tuning in.
When I go back and say I'm stable, I'll probably use this webcam until it dies. But again, it works fine for really what we do. I mean, I don't need some freaking crazy HD thing. If I was streaming and doing stuff like you more often, other than this, I'd probably invest in it. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's crazy with this stuff, man. I've been going insane. There goes my voice already failing on me. I actually picked up from Amazon. It's literally $40 or $30 or $40. But literally, I can screencast. Check this out. I can literally screencast my phone. Yep.
Cool.
And it looks dumb like that, but I can just go into my photos, pull out a photo. There's what's his name right there, and I can even zoom in so you guys can, you know, it's like it works for extra stuff, and it works on the ATM switch. So I'm like over here, you know,
wow.
it's all Bluetooth. It's Bluetooth. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing that. Doing that. I don't know what for. What's that?
A program you buy. It's a program you buy with an app on your phone.
It's Amazon. It's a little Bluetooth, and it has an HDMI out to it. You plug that into whatever screen you want to use. In my case, I'm using ATM as one of the inputs, and then it just screencasts.
That's
it.
cool.
Absolutely. And, you know, you can do it on your computer, you know, by, you know, going on your whatever and searching, but I got a lot of stuff on my phone that I don't feel like transferring. I don't have an Apple computer, so I can't transfer it easy. I don't have an Android computer or Android phone, so I can't transfer it. You know, it's just pain in the butt. So I'm like, well, and I can use it as like a second camera too. I did that earlier on the what was it? Was it Tuesday's show? Yeah, I think it was Tuesday's show. This thing, no, I paid $50 for this app. It's $3 a week, but I can actually use this as a camera, just like how Joe's using his.
Yeah.
And that's just hi, you know, and it's just it works like that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Pretty smooth transition.
Heck yeah. You know, it's just it's crazy with the stuff.
Graphic design guy.
Oh, we flexing now. We flexing.
Yeah, pretty sick. The thing that sucks in it now, it looks like, you know, I do the graphic design and marketing and stuff, but I get this problem now to where I'll start, which I've honestly been drawing stuff my whole life. Like, I kind of, you know, I was a tattoo artist like that for a while. And when I was younger, I was like really fill up notebooks. Like, my parents actually honestly get pissed because they're like, Scott, we bought you these for school. Why are you fucking drawing, you know, filling it? But I did that for a long time, and then I kind of got out of it, and then getting graphic design stuff was kind of like a new outlet to me. And my problem is now is I'll start drawing something and it's like, boom, 1:30 a.m. I'm like, fuck, it's late. You know, like in the middle of drawing some goofy fucking cartoon or, you know, somebody or a scene or something like that.
No, you do good, man. I seen your work, man. It's awesome, and I mean, you know, I can't draw, but I would love to do what you do. You know, with all your graphic design stuff, I do it with thumbnails and memes.
Like
That's about it.
Yet, but I do pretty good. I do pretty good.
Absolutely.
Like I tell a lot of people though, like with the ads or the drawings or something like that, you don't see where I threw 50 in the fucking trash can and started over before I posted something. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah. So like, you know, when I do it for customers, you know, I've got brands I do it for. I can't bill them for the 50 I throw in the trash can that I decided wasn't up to my set level of expectation. And the bad part too is like half of them that I throw in the trash can that I'd say to myself I could do better than that. They would have perfectly fine accepted it if I looked fucking sick though. You know what I mean? But
right.
I always try to like level it up and make it look better and better. But if you look at like the course, like the last 2 years of me doing it, it's like a completely different ball game. Like not even the same sport.
That's just how it is. It's great to see your own growth. You know, thank you, Facebook memories. You know,
that's why
it throws it in your face.
We're old enough now, Andy, which is sad. Where like we have memories 10 years ago on Facebook now and shit like that. And it's like, oh shit, like these are actually some pretty good fun.
I'm glad I got a new Facebook as of 5.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Some of the, I mean, yeah,
but I know what you're talking about.
Me being an adult, like now I'm able to share all of like, oh, I did this, you know, this is 6 years ago or 10 years ago, this car, and it's like halfway decent photo because we had smartphones then already.
I know. I wish they had smartphones or at least somewhere to sit, because you would think you would take pictures on your flip phone or whatever phone if you had a phone.
I would text
you know, and you would think it'd be saved forever. No, that thing's gone. The battery swelled up, gone. Whatever it is, cell phone's cracked. Took it back.
I tried doing that the other night. I had like
2 or
3 old phones in my toolbox that were like some from like all the way to like 2013, 2010, stuff like that. And I tried plugging them in, and not a single one would come on.
Oh wow!
Now, I'm sure if I wanted to fucking take them apart, find out the battery pack, go on Amazon or eBay, get the battery pack, go back in, micro solder it to the phone, I'm sure I could get it fixed.
Oh yeah.
Like, so
I mean, how it goes.
I'm going to find my ex-girlfriend's titty photo from 10 years ago. That's about the extent it's going to be. Yeah.
Hey, might be worth it for you.
It could be. It could be.
Might be.
Yeah.
I can't. Joe, so what else have you been up to?
Nothing. Working like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to stay busy.
I mean, I'm always busy.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've been blessed with I've had stuff too. I've been putting him on all the deliveries, especially the ones that I don't want to do. No, yeah, talking smack, you know, but I'm like, hey, go deliver this. Dude, I am old enough where the first cell phone I ever saw came in like a fucking briefcase satchel bag. And you held it over your shoulder, and then it was like a box. You opened up, you slid it out of the briefcase, and it was like a phone inside of that. My grandfather bought a Cadillac DeVille, whatever fucking package it was, in like 1997, and it had a car phone in it. That blew my fucking mind that we could order Domino's pizza on the way home on the car phone. He picked us up from my parents' house, called in Domino's on the phone, and it was like showing up within minutes of us getting there. You could not have told me this was not the most futuristic shit on the planet at that time.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
We are forever humbled. These kids nowadays. Damn kids!
Dude,
you guys are the kids to me, so I get it.
I didn't have.
Hey, we had it coming to us. You know, it's okay.
The funny thing is, dude, I'm sure that you've been there too, Andy. I had computers for years and no internet. Like, dude,
right.
Not saying internet wasn't a thing already, but I mean, like Windows 98, 95, and they're like Millennium and all that stuff. And until like the mid XP Vista days, I never had you didn't have DSL back then, shit like that. Though, you know what I mean? Like, dude, dial-up was the only fucking option. I remember all that shit.
Mom, put down the phone. I'm on the internet.
Yeah. I remember when it was a big deal that you could get they sold you like an extra box at like the end of the dial-up life, where it was like you pay extra monthly to be able to have dial-up internet and a phone call happen at the same time.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't privileged. Not at all. No. I'm surprised we had internet. Yeah. I killed that computer with LimeWire, so it's okay. I actually do have it still. I might send it to SJC. Be like, here, can you just fix this. You know,
I
just
have a
for
bunch of older
nostalgia.
The thing is stuck on those too. You know, that's another thing. Is one of my huge hobbies is building computers, and we actually I've been building computers since like Windows 95. Like literally, we had like my grandmother's friend had a computer. Like it was like a compact Presario. It was a Windows 95 model, and I actually still have it at my grandmother's house. It was like something failed on the board, and they had to like take the hard drive out. And somehow they figured it was easier to take the whole computer apart to change like a hard drive. And then they were like, we can't figure out how to put it back together. Do you want the computer? And it was like a brand new compact. And don't even get me wrong, being a kid even, I was smart enough to figure out, like, if it's the same plug and there's only certain plugs on this board, if they plug into each other, it's probably meant to fucking plug into that. And
Right.
It was like a brand new compact that I had, and all I had to do was buy a hard drive. And
That's cool. No, but that's the beginning days. Right. Just, yeah. That's about where the level I'm at currently. You know?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, and my side jag on that is the same thing, just like car audio and stuff like that. Now, I still have a bunch of those old computers, and I could probably get a lot of stuff off the drive if I wanted to, because I've stored them well. But, like, I pulled out that old compact, and it had swollen capacitors and ones that are popped on the board, all kinds of shit that were leaking. So it was like the same shit as car audio. Like, it had a lifespan.
Right. And now it's crazy how far we've come with technology just in general, you know. It's like, can it get even better? Can it?
Will.
I don't. You think?
It has to.
But what if we already hit that crescendo?
No. Every year it gets better.
It's the Matrix. We can't go any further. That's it.
Gets
Tesla,
better every year.
You're done. It's as high as you go.
Even just look at interiors and cars and stuff like that. Like I remember when I bought that like 2016 Fiesta ST, and it had like the Sync Radio Factory with a nice GPS and all that stuff, and like their newer high contrast screen, so it doesn't look like you're looking at a freaking, you know, old freaking, I can't think of the name of the glass, the old digital crap, you know, before it was LCD. But I thought it was futuristic then. Like now you get in these cars that have like multiple touch panels in them, or like all these new cars, you don't even have actual physical gauges anymore. They're all LCD.
It's all screens. Yeah. It's crazy.
I think we're just going to see more integration of technology. But I mean, on the two-sided coin, I think we're gonna see more electronic vehicles being taken over. We already see that now, and they're gonna be considered disposable. And like so, it's gonna a car that has, you know, you can lease it or buy it for 5 years, and then after you own it and the fucking screens go bad on the dash, you got to spend the cost of what's going to be to get you to another vehicle probably for freaking fixing it, if I had to guess.
Yep. I don't know if it's going to get much better. I don't know.
I think we're going to see keep seeing battery improvements.
Oh, yeah. You know, electronic stuff.
Like
right.
that. Just, taking all
faster and faster.
We're going to
smaller and smaller.
Creature comforts in the vehicle just get better and better. We get, dealerships is probably going to be a thing that phases out. Yeah, just customer direct. I don't know. I think we're going to see more creature comforts, and then they get stricter and stricter on crash ratings, so it's going to make the vehicles look a certain way as they do now. That's how vehicles look similar. It's really because there's like crash ratings that say like the pillars have to be structured a certain way, it has to be able to support the weight of the vehicle on the roof. Then it's like, oh, all these cars look the same. And you're like, well, and they have these guidelines to work in to make it safe.
All these subs are looking square. What's going on here?
Oh yeah. Why not?
Do you think we're going to see some like Chinese Alibaba knockoff Solo X's in the next like?
I don't. Yeah, probably. You know, or Pile will release something. You know.
Yeah, I assume so. I mean,
Pile X.
C-Max is good if you know what you're doing. You're buying quality cells from a reputable person. You have the charging and electrical to support it, and you know the limitations of the battery, just like any other battery.
Problem with C-Max, it's all used. At least from my understanding. You can't get it new. Can't actually get it new.
If you're buying like the Ford cells and stuff like that, no. But like you can buy Panasonic and a bunch of other cells that are the same thing essentially that are brand new cells. Yes.
Isn't it just with they need to be compressed, and just like any battery, you need to run it in its within its limitations,
sure.
And it's just it's very high density.
It's very strong. It's very strong. And the problem on that is people don't understand the charging limitations on it, that needing to charge at a higher voltage to be happy, A, and then B, you can't deplete that battery down to 12 fucking volts. Like, you can't just do it. If you're going to kill it, then you're going to kill the battery, and you probably have to melt down to failure. So it's not like a 14-volt battery where you can turn it to 12, or a 12-volt battery, you can turn it to 6 volts.
Come on, 9 volts. Come on. There's some of us out there.
Yeah, they say that thing works 9 to 18 volts for a reason, bro. Yeah.
Lead acid for the win.
They're like, dude, you're only at 10 volts? Like, hey, bro. It says these amps work at 9 volts. I'm going to run that fucker down there, But
yep.
9 volts.
I'm joking. But no, it's actually funny. I guess it's with Rise and everything. You know, each one of those amps starting off at 1 ohm, and I'm going up from there. I actually have better voltage now playing my truck if I'm not clipping, obviously, than I did with the 112K.
Wow.
But again, it's each amp starting at 1 ohm and going up from there. So, you know, they're not seeing 8K a piece, and I'm sure they're not drawing that much.
Well, you're just going from half bridge design amplifier to full bridge. You know,
Sure.
Efficiency gains there, let alone, and you were to get power out of any half bridge. I mean, you got to wire down. You know,
don't get me wrong though. I clip those 6 8Ks and it goes straight to 10 volts. yeah. But again, there's so much power now. You don't have to clip them.
That helps a lot.
Right.
Having way more than you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
100%.
So what's your show going on tonight? What you got going on? It's your 101 episode.
Absolutely, it's 102, but absolutely
sorry.
nothing. Just twice a week, man. I guess it gets
Sorry.
confusing.
I didn't know if you counted the kicker show as the live. I guess it's live
Yeah. The after show, yeah. But right, yeah. You know, nothing really. I was going to do a lot about the gold letters and the stuff that I got from Kicker, but it didn't come here. It's going to be here Monday. I'm upset.
is that
I'm
a
like
Kicker
sitting
gold
here
fish?
refreshing. Come on, FedEx, come on.
That's a kicker
So
yellow goldfish and a cookie monster behind it.
yes, have
So
to.
how
man.
did you get Steve Irby to send you a kicker goldfish?
You know, all I said was, you know, I like your fish tank. You got on the mast, and
Did you name
there
it
we
Steve?
go. What's
No.
that?
Did you name it Steve?
No. I just bother Ernie. Ernie's the guy I bother now, so
Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
goes right up the ladder anyway. It's okay. Now I got
Hey,
some cool
you should
stuff
call-
coming for you guys, though, man. Next Kicking with Andy,
Mullen
I would
saved my
tune
butt this week, by the way.
I would tune in.
Before we go, shout out to Mullen. My brother, freaking Jonathan, he has an Acura, and you know, Mullen's a locksmith by trade, and we couldn't find him a key fob. Like, his key fob works, but it's like the key flip out thing's worn out, the key's floppy and all that shit. And like, so Honda had him on back order. We couldn't find one. I literally hit him up. I was like, hey man, can you get this? He's like, boop, done. I'm like, dude, you're a G, my guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's really nice when, like, because again, like, hey, we couldn't find one. I'm like, hey, dude, I think I know a guy. And like, when that I know a guy pays off, you're like, solid, you know?
Winner.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's
But,
not always what you know, it's who you know.
But cool.
Comes
We're gonna
in
go and wrap
clutch.
this puppy up, though, man. And let you prepare for your 107th episode. Make sure you guys catch in, you know, mess with Andy a little bit, give him a hard time. And
Yeah.
I will, but he stays on too late. Old guy like me got to go to bed.
It's past
Sorry,
your
Joe.
bedtime now, Joe. What are you talking about?
It's
I
for
know,
all
I'm
the
gonna
guys in
work in the morning.
California.
Hell yeah. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. Generally, both of you guys. Thanks for hopping in with us, Joe.
Yeah,
Always good,
absolutely.
always
Thank
good.
you, Joe. Thank you,
Everyone
Scott.
else-
Good to see everybody.
Everyone enjoy your weekend. I appreciate you guys. Rolling Thunder episode 68. Next week's 69. I think I'm gonna do one of the photos.
Giggity.
I'm gonna do us inverted on each other on the photo. No,
God.
yeah, but
Put Casey on bottom.
yeah, it's fine. He's the bomb. But cool.
See ya, Joe.
Everyone have a good weekend, guys.